Hi there, I have a thought for today, and this thought once again comes from The Diamond in Your Pocket by Gangaji. Wonderful book. And I'm reading from chapter 14, The Power of Stopping. Self-inquiry is not a path that leads you somewhere. It's the path that stops you in your tracks so that you can discover directly for yourself who you are. The power of stopping is indescribable. In the moment of stopping, there's no concept of anything, yet there is consciousness. Consciousness without concept is naturally and inherently free. In an instant, it is self-evident. We are so trained to follow our concepts that we even turn consciousness itself into a concept. In the timeless instant of recognizing that consciousness exists without any need for concept, identification with concept then falls away. This is an essential experience. And what follows is the deepening recognition that consciousness is free, regardless of concept. This is true freedom. True freedom. The concept of yourself as a man or woman doesn't even begin to touch the truth of yourself as consciousness. Fear is often a part of this essential shift away from identification with concepts and toward identification with the silent ground of being, because the shift threatens the known structure of life. Fear can have many disguises, including anger, numbness, and despair. This existential terror is like the gargoyle at the gate to the sanctuary. Unless it is met and exposed as just another strategy of mind, it can keep you away from the revelation of the silent, aware peace at the core of your being. The great masters who have realized their essential nature encourage us to meet this terror of the dissolution of our individuality. The result of this meeting is paradoxical. The individual is dissolved and yet becomes more individually distinct. Wow. Let me read that again. The result of this meeting is paradoxical. The individual is dissolved and yet becomes more individually distinct. The uniqueness of consciousness is that consciousness can recognize itself through the individual form and simultaneously recognize itself as the animating force of everything. There comes a point of willingness to surrender individuality. And in that willingness, what is actually released is a conditioned individual. And individual consciousness reveals itself to be unified with all consciousness. Yet first must come the willingness to lose everything that is perceived to be the individual self. Fear arises only because the reality of this loss cannot be imagined. When the loss comes, it's actually very good news. The individual identity is revealed to be the husk that covers the sweet truth of self-realization. Just take a moment, this moment, to let everything go, the search, the denial, the rejection, the clinging. Let it all go. And just for this moment, rest in the truth of your being. Then, whatever comes after that can be seen and experienced in the context of that sanctuary of beingness. So as you go through your day, Find the sanctuary in yourself. Find that spot where you realize or you admit or you no longer deny the fact that you are pure consciousness. And that's all there is. And then see everything through that screen or that filter or that truth. It's actually the end of all screens and the entry into truth, into being real. And make a great day.